July 1st, 2024. So today was the first day of the settlement of railways, which is the first time I've ever sold a business, and an interesting feeling and process. I've had a few people ask me today if I'm excited or how I'm feeling, or am I glad or am I happy, and I think I've talked about emotion around business before and how you get to a point where if you don't go crazy with the highs, you won't go crazy with the lows, or at least you try to. And it's nice to be excited and, you don't want to feel depressed or anxious, but there are those kind of emotions that come into play. But the answer to that question is I am somewhat weirdly neutral, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I have this goal to grow a $100 million company. And in a clinical mathematical way, I took a step backwards today of $6 million. So 6% of my goal backwards. And if you really drill into it, you can look at it and go, well, you've got a lot of learnings from it, and you know how to build a business, and you could probably pick that up quickly, and your attention's focused on this, and you've got some money to spend and whatever. But plain and simply, we've gone backwards in my mind, which is my own problem and my own goal, so it's not a massive issue. Two, there's people that worked at railways that I really care about, and they were a challenging bunch, but I guess it was like they were my bunch, right? Like every full-time employee that started with us 4 years and 3/4 ago remained with us for the entire time and are still there today. And albeit for, maybe a total of months, we were part of each other's lives. I spent a lot of time there in the early days, and, through the pandemic, I was around and working a lot. And then obviously as the business came out the other side of the Hectagon filter or the waterproof filter, I didn't need to be there as much, and, it was running. But I would be across there, the ups and downs of life, and, try to support them where I can in our own way, and hopefully left the business better than I found it. And then the final reason for there to be this neutrality is that a sale takes time and a lot of energy and a lot of emotion. And to be honest, I don't know, I've never sold a business before, but if I compare it to what I thought I knew about selling a business, this process has been very simple, and the buyer has been very easy to deal with, and the lessons that I didn't know weren't that big. There was a few things that I didn't know that I had to learn about, like that we overlooked, that we didn't realize that there was a new law in South Australia around having a vehicle roadworthy certificate, which is something that I think Victoria has, but now we have it. And we didn't do that, so we did one today. I think we did both today, and should be fine. So what happens is the business, especially this situation, the business sold June 30. So, July 1st it settles. But it's like a house. The money doesn't just go to it's not like a blockchain transaction where at midnight on the night, if all of these conditions get met, the money transfers. You've got to wait for the bank to transfer, and then if anything delays and there's more money waiting. And I guess I don't want to get caught in the trap of it being just a transaction, and it is a transaction, but it's more than that to me. And so the process of completing a sale, it's not like, running a race and you cross the finish line and it's done, you've finished. It's ongoing questions and support, and, spread out settlement and queries, and then further reconciliations after the fact. So you don't have this kind of like, dais moment where you stand up and get your award and that's it, right? It just carries on, and then it just becomes, and especially if you've got other stuff going on in your life, like you're running of other businesses and life and family and kids and friends and school holidays coming up and that, you kind of just take it in your stride. So it's an interesting thing. I wanted to make a video just to kind of express how I was feeling, more for me in the future, but also maybe just to kind of talk through it. A friend of mine sold his business inside the last 12 months. It might have been 12 months ago. It might be the anniversary. I'm not sure if he ran it on a financial year, but he went through a lot of that. So I'd kind of I'd heard his feelings, and so I could understand that, you know, it's advisable to have something else to go on with, which I do. I've got other businesses I'm running. It's advisable to occupy your time with other things, because there's like a loss of people. And I didn't think about the people loss as much as I had today when I was driving up there and going, like, I probably took for granted that these guys were in my life and that I could call them up and talk to them or visit them or have them as part of the business, and now I don't. So yeah, that is it. I'll make a video I'll do a bunch of stuff around the learnings I had in selling a business and the learnings I had in running a landscape suppliers yard. I've got this idea to pen a letter to the industry of things I think I think that could change to make the industry better for the yards, more profitable, if they can. Anyway, that is it. The sun is going down on this first day of the 24-25 financial year, which will be our best year yet. Stay tuned.